You might argue that mass migration is, or mass deportation rather, is wrong. The one thing you can't argue is that mass deportation is un-American. I don't know if you guys are history buffs or not. Have you ever heard of the Trail of Tears? I know a lot of people don't defend the Trail of Tears, but that was a mass deportation. That was in what, 1830? Have you ever heard of Operation Wetback, when we actually deported a ton of Mexicans, like 100,000 or more Mexicans? You might not defend Operation Wetback, in part because of the name, because it's an offensive word. 1954. That was a mass deportation. How about the Palmer raids of all the communists, 1919, 1920? Deported, because a lot of the communists were foreigners who were in America, deported lots and lots of communists rather. How about the Japanese? We always talk about Japanese internment during World War II. You know, we also deported a lot of Japanese. Again, you might say, well, that was all really terrible. Okay, but it's American, though. We sure did it. I'm noticing a trend here, huh? How about the Haitians and the Cubans that we deported after the Mariel boat lift in 1980? That was a mass deportation. You say, well, that's wrong. It's anti-American. Again, I know maybe you don't like it, but the one thing you can't say is that it's un-American. And frankly, if you want to argue that these things were deeply un-American, I would encourage you to look into the details of them, to put yourself in the historical positions of the people making decisions at that time. And I wonder if you wouldn't make the same decision.
So yeah, he did defend it, because he said, what would you do in that situation? Not internment camps, not mass deportations, not insane racist operations as of those. You know what else we did? Slavery. Does that make slavery American? He is correct, by the way. Deportations are indeed American. It is just sort of the liberal, very woke types who are very center-left who think that American equals good. It tends to be the opposite, really. So yes, it is American, which is further evidence that it's probably terrible.